Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, my name is Nelly. This channel is all about dreams, lifestyle, spiritual minimalism, and faith. Please make sure you like and subscribe and turn on that bell notification so that you can see more of those videos. I would really appreciate that. Today I'm going to be talking about dealing with the broken woman. The last video I spoke about dealing with a broken man. So today I'm going to be talking about dealing with a broken woman. As long as we are human, we're always hurting each other when it comes to couples, or maybe it comes to friends, or maybe family as well. When you are married to a broken woman, she will always talk about it, as compared to the men that don't talk about it. In fact, they keep it to themselves. But when it comes to women, they always talk about it, especially if they've got the support of the husband, or they've got the support of the person that they're seeing, or maybe a family support. They will always find and seek help as compared to the guys. When it comes to women, they heal faster. What I mean about that is, sometimes as women, we hold grudges deep inside us, and when it eventually comes out, it becomes an explosion of things that were in your mind, things that are hurting because we've embraced anger within us. When you have a partner that would be able to identify that you are broken inside, then we do speak about it. One of the things that causes a woman to be broken inside is background issues. Sometimes this woman's brokenness can be caused by a parent. Maybe she was brought up by a single parent. A parent that expects that the daughter must provide for the family. Maybe the daughter is still at university, or maybe she doesn't have a job, but the parent, because she's single, will expect the daughter to provide. What I mean is, the parent will expect the daughter to provide for the family. There's somebody who I know that the father wanted money from her, and this person wasn't working at all. Literally, she told the daughter that I need this money and I expect you to send me this money. How you do it, I don't care. Now, this is the father that's supposed to be protecting your daughter. This girl was in tears. She was like, how am I going to get this money? Where is my dad expecting me to get this money from? You know, when she had this conversation with the father, unfortunately, I could hear the whole conversation. The father didn't care about how she gets the money. All he cared about is the money must be sent to him. Sometimes we make our daughters the cash cow by not realizing that this is emotionally damaging to the daughter. Then this child will start seeking help from men, older men that are far much older than her, so that she can be able to provide for the family. This can be emotionally damaging to the woman. Another reason that can cause a woman to be emotionally broken is maybe they've been hurt in a relationship that they trusted so much. Maybe also you are married to this person. Maybe it starts with a communication in social media. It starts with a like, then a friend request, then a DM, and then numbers are exchanged. Eventually, when numbers are exchanged, then there is communication between the two. You start noticing that your husband is constantly on the phone smiling with himself. Then you also notice as a wife that your husband has got all these excuses. He doesn't have time for the family. He doesn't have time for the children as well. Notice your husband is beginning to have constant meetings, and it becomes a pattern. Maybe this pattern happens in marriage, or maybe it happens in a relationship. And now there is lack of trust and there is betrayal. The devil begins to creep in this relationship, or maybe the devil begins to creep in this marriage. There's a door that's been opened. The person that's betrayed also opens her own door of anger. In Ephesians 4 verse 26, God was telling us in this verse that when you go to bed, reconcile with each other. Do not wake up the following day and still be angry. Do not go to bed and be angry. Reconcile with each other. Once you go to bed and you're angry, you'll still wake up angry. And this thing will drag. And it will drag to a day, then two, and then 1 week, then a month. And then there's a whole lot of resentment between the two. If a woman has been broken before in her previous relationship, then there is trust issues in this marriage. She begins to reflect on her previous relationship. Recovering process takes long, especially when there's a lot of venom in the marriage. Then it becomes a psychological defect. She begins to blame herself, especially when the previous relationship was adulterous too. Then she starts questioning herself and asking herself, why am I like this? Maybe why am I attracting people like this? Why am I attracting men like this? In Psalm 139 verse 14 reads, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. So women, you need to learn to love yourself. Maybe there is some certain reasons behind that. If you haven't figured it out that you are a broken woman, you are going to make your marriage worse. This can also affect the person that you are married to. Sometimes a broken woman, it could be related to not having a father that was never there for her. You know, fathers, just by putting money on the table, it doesn't mean that you're available. You need to be available for your daughters, physically and emotionally, because remember, they look up to you. You need to tell them you love them. Maybe as a father, it's what you know as well. Maybe your father as well behaved like that to you, but it becomes a void to the woman. You're supposed to be there for your daughter to tell her she's beautiful, she's wonderfully made, so that when she grows up, she's not taken advantage of. That child will not go out there to seek love to the wrong man. If you as a father, you're also there for your daughter. If you as a father, you're also there for your daughter, you'll be able to teach your child to present themselves in public. That child would not marry the first man that she comes across that will propose to her, in order to get somebody to take care of them, because their father was not available. So you don't marry a man because you want him to fill that void of your father, the void of your father being absent. This is your husband, he's not your father, so don't expect him to be your father. Don't marry him because you are looking for a father figure in him. Do not marry him because you think he's going to make you happy, when you couldn't be happy when you're single. When you are miserable when you're single, you still remain broken. Because being broken is a spirit inside. You can't just take it out and say, okay, spirit of brokenness, I'm going to remove you for now. It's deep inside. You're wounded deep inside. You need to pray about it. You need to pray for that spirit to come out. You need to find help as well. As a woman, if you are broken inside, if you cannot pray the spirit out, you need to find help and get that spirit out. Another thing that makes a woman to be broken inside is maybe she was raped before. This is a thing that she's probably hiding deep inside her. When she eventually gets married and then she also marries a broken man and then there's abuse in the marriage, there'll be flashes of the incident. If she didn't get healing the time she was raped, then these flashes will begin to come out. Because healing takes time. You need to seek help. Another reason for a woman to be broken inside is abuse. It can be emotionally or physically. I mentioned this on the previous video, that emotional abuse can be more damaging than physical abuse itself. No woman was created to be abused. If a man starts abusing you and he starts hurting you, then that man doesn't love you. Then that man doesn't love you at all. In fact, even some spiritual men will even emotionally abuse you by manipulating you using Christianity. If you are going to abuse your wife by using Christianity, then there must be something wrong with you as a husband as well. So that you don't go mad, otherwise you'll compromise your life, because abuse is real and abuse is serious. It doesn't matter whether it's emotional or it's physical, abuse is serious and it's real. Now, so how can you spot a broken woman? One of the things you can spot that you will notice that she is full of drama. She's so dramatic. She's so dramatic, even if it's not necessary. And another thing, she's a taker. She's not a giver. She's always taking. She doesn't give. It's all about her. In fact, she feels entitled in everything. It's all about her. Next thing that you can spot is she's very rude to you, rude to your family, or maybe even rude to the people around you. She will bring you down to a level of insecurity to match hers because she's insecure, so that you're on the same level, and that will make her feel better. And she's not as supportive as well. She won't be as supportive. She's not supportive as well. These are the things that you see. These are the things that you need to spot out even before you get married. Another thing that you will spot is when you have an idea, she will disregard that idea. She won't be supportive. In conclusion, when you see these signs, then you must know that you are dealing with a broken woman. You can only help her to heal. If she wants to change, you can only help her. Even men have these qualities. It's just not only women. Sometimes a broken woman, what seems to be a normal sadness, becomes a heartbreak. And for a broken woman, what seems to be a normal sadness becomes a heartbreak, and she becomes broken. She becomes bitter as well. So if you identify these qualities and you cannot help this woman, and they cannot help themselves, or they don't want to help themselves, then there will be a defect in the marriage. Thank you for listening up to the end. Don't forget to subscribe and also share with friends and family members, maybe to help somebody out there. See you on the next video.